Wow. I have to say, first of all, last week of Game of Thrones, like, shook the foundations of my everything. Shit, I was just all messed up after watching it. So when this episode came along, I was thinking, I'm not gonna survive it. I'm gonna have a heart attack, spaz out, and die on the floor, and no one's gonna find me. But it wasn't. It was anticlimactic. Then again, thinking about it, there was no way that it could match that last episode. There was just no way that it could match Red Wedding. So let's start with that. Let me get that off my chest. Anyway, other than that, it was an amazing episode. It was really, really good. I'm going through my paper because I wrote notes down like a little girl at class. So it starts off with the Stark army being massacred. In my last review, I was wondering like what happened to the army. I mean, were they all there? You know, what was happening? They were there, and they got slaughtered. I mean, it was hacking and slashing. It was. It's like it was fucking crazy. It's like being at a dinner table with the clumps. I'm sorry. But again, like, fucking Arya, I feel so bad for her. It's like she had to watch as they paraded the headless body of Robb Stark through the village, and she had to watch that. You know what I mean? Like, they stuck a pike with a horse head or some shit like that on it. It was like, no kid should have to see that. You know. Then they got to the scene with Joffrey. Joffrey, that guy's a little fucking psycho. He's like seriously, he's nuts. We all know that though. I mean, if you think about it, there's nothing about him that doesn't scream psycho. Well, fucking 16-year-old king of an entire country in semi-medieval type times. Of course he's a psychopath. He wanted to serve Robb Stark's head on a platter to what's the daughter's name? Fuck, I can't remember. To his sister, to Robb's sister, and it was like, what the fuck? So they got into an argument. Tywin was like, look, fuck you, okay? You little psycho, unshaven little man bitch. Fuck you. And Joffrey was like, but I'm the king! You don't talk to me like that! I'm crazy! I'm going to kill you! And he went into a whole thing. And Tywin was like, when you have to say you're the king, you ain't the king. You's a bitch. bitch. And he was like, who the fuck are you talking to? But Tywin was like, the king's tired. Take him to bed. Like he sent him to his room. He was like, he said, go to your room basically. And he's like, no, I'm the king. I'm not sleepy. Go to your room. Get out. That's the one dude you just don't fuck with, apparently. I mean, nobody fucks with him. You don't do it because you end up dead. But I was thinking about it because Tyrion and Tywin had this little argument thing about family and everything, and it's like there's no way they're ever going to see eye to eye, and I do not see a happy ending. Somebody's gonna end up dead. I don't know, like, but something's gonna happen. There's no way those two are gonna be able to keep going back and forth like they are. Cause Tywin hates Tyrion, like, with a passion. And Tyrion hates him right back with the same amount, if not more passion. I don't know. But then I heard, the story came up where they were talking about the guy that got turned into a rat. And it's so obvious Walder Frey is going to get fucked up. And he deserves it. He's a coward. He broke one of the biggest rules in that world. You don't invite a nigga to dinner, excuse my language. You don't invite somebody to dinner and then kill them under your roof. It's inhospitable. Is that the right word? It's not hospitable. It certainly is not hospitality. I tell you that much. That word I know I got right. God damn it. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know what's gonna happen to Walder Frey, but it's gonna happen. He's gonna die. Then you found out what happened to what is his name? Reek. To poor Reek. He was taken by Roose Bolton, the Warden of the North Sun. That guy's fucking crazy too. He's like, I feel like him and the king, him and Joffrey would like get along real great. Like they'd be best buddies. He's psychologically pummeling. Like he's fucking with him. Like psychologically, he is destroying him. Physically, he is destroying him. You do not take a man's dick, okay? You do not cut a man's dick off. I said it. You don't do it. He can't do. What is he gonna do with his life now? This guy loves sex. He can't do it anymore. How do you take a piss when you don't have a dick? And you're a man? Because I figure women have their own plumbing type situation. How do you do it? I mean, did he cut the balls off too? I mean, I hope so, because that look. I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, sorry. Anyway, yeah. Like I said, they systematically breaking Theon down. But his sister, his family gave him up again to save themselves. Which turns out they didn't save themselves anyway, because they're still coming after him. But his sister, who I thought was like, a man-faced bitch, kind of is like, you know what? Fuck you, Dad. I'm going to go save my dickless brother. Because... Oh, and they sent his dick to his family. Oh. You imagine going getting mail and you're like, oh, I got something from Amazon. Oh, it's a shriveled dick. Oh, wow. Yuck. That's gross. Also, it's not going to end well with Shay and Tyrion. Yeah. I keep getting Tywin and Tyrion mixed up. It's not going to end well with Shay. The little bald man, Lord Varys, offered to give her, a chance at a new life, because staying in King's Landing is not going to end well for her. But she's so in love, and she's just a defiant. She's a gutsy lady, for having no real power and being an ex-whore. But anyway, she's gonna die. And it's gonna be Tywin's fault. He's gonna find out about her, or he's gonna find out about her, and he's gonna have her killed. And it's not gonna be a good look. Really not gonna do wonders for his relationship with his son. But last week I said Arya was a G. She's a fucking G, and she's gonna kill a lot of people. Today she killed her first person. Because she was riding with the Hound and listening to these people talk about how they were slicing her mother's neck and how they were cutting her brother's head off. And she was like, you know what? I'm getting off the horse. I was on a horse. I'm getting off. She gets off the horse, plays a little innocent girl. She's like, oh, can you pick that up? As soon as he went down, yak, 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 yak. She ganked him. And it was wonderful. I was like, you're going to be a little murderer. like, you're gonna be bad. And I'm excited because I like that. I think she's got to be the toughest member of her family. Easily the toughest one still alive. It's her, John, paralyzed boy after paralyzed boy, then Sansa. She's the weakest one. John, what the hell am I saying? John. Oh, John's chick, Ygritte. She was like, she found him. She was like, damn that. You're not gonna make me fall in love. You're not gonna give me, what do you call, I guess, would it be fellatio for females? I don't know. Anyway, you're not gonna eat my pussy for the first time, and I've never felt that before, and then you just go run? You ain't gonna run, I'm gonna hunt you down. I love you. So that's what she did. And she found him. And she shot his ass with an arrow. And again with the arrow. And when she shot him the third time, I was like, no, bitch! No! Do not kill Jon Snow. Okay? I've lost a lot of people already. Do not kill Jon Snow. Don't do it. It's been too much bloodshed. It's enough. You know, I wish I had a little, I don't know. It were, a woman scorned will shoot you in the back, leg, and other part of back with an arrow. Nowadays they use guns though, so it's harder to survive a bullet. So I've heard. Yeah, so Gendry got saved. I always knew he wasn't gonna die there because he's an important character. I say I might have just signed his death certificate. But I think, maybe not in the end, but later down the line, him and Arya are going to cement that friendship that the Starks and the Baratheons have. You know, I'm not saying how because I don't want to, you know, imply that they will get together because that's kind of weird. But they're going to unite their houses. In my thoughts. But Jon made it to the Watch even after being shot a couple times. Which, did I mention? No, I didn't. Sam ran into Jon's brother in some little hovel, and Jon's brother is going behind the wall. He looking for that raven, that three-eyed raven. I don't understand what he's gonna do out there. But Sam gave him dragon glass so they can kill White Walkers if they have to. I didn't know he kept all that because when I saw he stabbed that dude with the dragon glass and took off running. So I didn't know he had apparently a whole box of it, which is, I guess that's cool, you know, or whatever. But yeah, and I can only think like when Jon finds out that his brother went behind the wall, he going back. There's no way he's not gonna go back. You find out your paralyzed brother has gone behind the wall into the most dangerous place in the world. He's too good-hearted and noble and all that shit. He's no way he's not going after him. Jaime Lannister gets back home, and you know, I thought it would be they focus a little bit more on that. You know, he went to his sister / baby mama room, and you know, it was like, hey, she was excited to see him, and that was great. You know, it was a lot of emotion. They didn't show a lot. I thought it was gonna be like a hug or whatever, and it wasn't. They skipped on to Daenerys, who liberated this town of slaves, and they welcomed her like almost like they worship her, and that's good for her. She's gonna be worshipped as a queen, and they'll gladly fight for her because she saved them, and her army is even bigger than it was now before. So that's how basically the thing ends. One more thing. Stannis and his red woman, they were about to kill his hand because he let Gendry go, because Gendry, you know, there's no need to kill a kid for blood magic or whatever this bitch thinks she's doing. But he was gonna kill him, and he was like, "Oh, you're not gonna kill me, bitch! I got the note about the White Walkers. You're gonna need my help." And you know, he got saved. Anyway, that's the end of the season. I don't know what to do with my life now. Oh yeah, that's right. I'll be reviewing True Blood and Fallen Skies for the next, until, you know, starting next week. Well, I'll be doing the Fallen Skies probably tomorrow because I watched this and not that, so I'll be a day behind. But anyway, thank you. I'll see you guys next time. If you guys are still, you know, watching, if you guys like True Blood or Fallen Sky, come on, stay. If not, just keep me here till next year, and I'll see you guys then. Peace.